The business update in GTA Online released March 4th, 2014, and this one was one of the first high life DLCs. Like, spend big money, get cool cars, it was one of those first DLCs. It introduced 4 new vehicles and 14 vehicles from single player. And all of these vehicles that were new in GTA Online were added to single player as well when they actually still did that and remembered, hey, single player is still a thing. 2 new weapons, and hard mode was upgraded to now pay out 1.5 times bonus GTA cash, which was massive for the contact mission community, including myself, going to Rooftop Rumble back to back. That was the OG money making method. And still, it was very good up until 2015, I think. I think it was then when they changed how the contact machines pay out. But yeah, still, March 4th, 2014, contact machines are one of the best ways to go about making money. Because we didn't really have any businesses. And looking at the update name, the business updates. Even though we didn't really get any business because that wasn't really a thing in GTA Online. It was more like a high life update. They also introduced 310 clothing items. These being some really high-end outfits. They have some outfits, gold outfits, the golden t-shirt. That is an iconic one. So the overall theme of this update is business, high-end. And looking closer at some of the vehicles, we got the Dinka Jester, which was returning from GTA San Andreas. This car was actually a very good vehicle in the sports car category. And really up until 2016, it was at the top 3 of the sports car class. This was my go-to car for racing, especially good in the snow also. But the one most people probably bought was Grotti Turismo R. And the price? Only $210,000. This was before all the pricing got insane. I think that was more around 2016 when the prices really started to jump up. But around here, you could still afford it because all we really had to grind money was contact missions. There weren't any insane ways to make $1 million per hour in GTA Online. No, you were making at most $60,000 per hour if you were grinding out contact missions. Well, maybe not that much because, again, contact missions were OP back in the day. So really maybe $400,000 an hour if you keep grinding Rooftop Rumble. What was it? Titan of a Job too. That one was a really good one. But the Turismo R was a go-to in supercar races. You could not escape this vehicle. It is a beautiful vehicle. These days, it might look at, why would anyone drive this vehicle? It looks so old, but really, it is iconic. It is a timeless vehicle. I think it is really deserving of an HSW upgrade these days. I don't know why they haven't already, since it was such an iconic vehicle back in the day. But the Turismo R just so good looking. Any paint job looks good on this. A chrome, get the dollar rims, get the chrome dollar rims on. Get the bright pink paint job. Any color looks good on Turismo R. And the Vestra was also added. The Vestra being a very interesting, kind of like a sports car airplane, if you want to call it that. And then the Albany Alpha we have as the sedan coupe vehicle. But just looking at these, there wouldn't be really any you would pass up these days. I mean, these days you might have a little pickup truck you might pass up, but back then, they were on top of the vehicles. They made sure everyone would want to buy them. Even the Vestra I want to buy if it came out right now. But best of all, everything was released at one time. Maybe it's a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing. But we didn't have drip-fed content back then. We only had, hey, this update is going to release on this Tuesday. Enjoy. And yeah, that was it. But you gotta think about that. We had a lot more updates. We had updates at least every other 3 months. Now we only get an update every 2 years, so drip feed makes more sense. But back then, it doesn't really matter because everyone would hop on for these updates. Everyone who had the game would get on because you only need to get on, one time every 3 months if you want to enjoy all the content of this update. So drip feeding now, even though we really don't like it too much, it does make more sense because it gets more people playing, including me hopping on every other week to see the new vehicle unlocked, new mission, new content. And I think this is the update that they realized we need to release more supercars and sports cars. People want new, fastest vehicles. And I think this is when Rockstar took note that people want supercars, sports cars, fastest vehicles. Every update, they added a new fastest sports car. And that's what we really want to see. races were a huge thing. Probably the thing most people were doing. Down the drain, criminal records, those two most notably, but also really any race. Any race you go to on the minimap, just go to them, go in a little green circle, start it, you would find players. That will never happen these days unless it's a double, triple money stunt week event. But during this time, everyone was playing races. And that's why even still to this day, you see people who say, oh yeah, the Adder is the fastest car in GTA Online, duh. No, because it was so popular and OP. And oh man, just touching on the Adder, the golden paint job Adder. This is when the Adder started to get a bunch of weird customization options, the gold paint job, chromed all the rims. The Adder was just iconic Bugatti. Of course, Bugatti being one of the most popular vehicles in real life ever, to be known as the fastest vehicle ever. I remember just being obsessed with the Bugatti in real life just because of GTA Online. I think GTA Online had a huge part in how popular Bugatti was in real life. How crazy that is to sound, but the Adder just exploded. Everyone used it, and it was very good. It was never the fastest top speed. That was actually the Z type. But for the supercar class, it was just so good, especially if you were able to grind out all those levels and get the upgrades. Nowadays, most people are already higher levels enough, so they already have those upgrades. But back then, it wasn't fair at all. You know, if you were a higher level, you got the extra upgrades, which made a huge difference in how fast you went in these races. So we didn't have much in 2014, but we had creativity with paint jobs. We had simpleness with the cars. You know, there wasn't any HSW. There weren't too many vehicles to pick from in races. You know, you had the top 2 or 3 vehicles. It was simple, it was fun, it was straight to the point. You got on, you got off. Not much else to think about. And I think this is where it really shines, is because you got money to buy these vehicles and logged off. Go work in the next day, you know, not too much thinking. And that's why I think it holds massive nodular because it was so simple, but yet so fun. And the business update is the start of some of the more high-life updates, like the high-life update, but also ill-gotten gains we will touch on soon here. And soon, the heists update. If you guys got this far into the video, probably liked it, so leave a like. And I'll see you guys in whatever video I make next.